Welcome to the musical practice workshop. Welcome to the beginners, especially, and also the intermediate students of the piano, of the keyboard. Today, together we're going to do a simple exercise, and it's going to be in the key of F major. And what we're going to do is play two non-diatonic chords in the 2-5-1 progression in the key of F major. And the key of F major is also the F Ionian mode. So if we think of playing a 2-5-1 progression in the key of F major, so what is the 2 in the key of F major? The 2 is a minor chord. It's going to be G minor 7th, or you can extend the chord according to your liking or according to the type of music you're playing. And the 2 is going to be G minor 7th, but usually when I play those chords, I play them in inversions. So this is a G minor 7th. Okay? In the key of F Ionian mode. So what is 5 in the key of F Ionian mode? That will be C dominant 7th, or C dominant 9, 13, whatever you want to play. So C dominant 7th is going to be, that's it. Alright, so this is 2 minor 7th, F, which is G minor 7th, and then C dominant 7th. Okay, 2, 5, and then back to 1, which is F major 7. And one thing that you need to keep in mind, especially as beginners of the keyboard, is to make a distinction between major 7th and dominant 7th. Usually when you see, or when somebody says major 7th, that means you're gonna play to you're gonna add the 7th of the Ionian mode to your triad. Okay, the dominant 7th it's different. The dominant 7th is to add the flat 7th of the Ionian mode to your triad. You got to make the distinction. So me, when I'm playing a chord, if I think of major 7th, I just say 7th. I just say major 7th. Okay, let me repeat that. Let me rephrase that. If I say 7th, that means that's a dominant 7th. Because if I want you to play a major 7th chord, I will include the word major, you know, in my statement. Okay, if I just say 7th, well, I'm talking about a dominant seventh chord. If I want you to play major seventh, I will say major seventh. So if I say C seventh, I mean what I mean by that is C dominant seventh. If I say C major seventh, that will be C major seventh. Well, okay. Right here, okay? Okay, now back to my initial topic. I'm playing 251 in F majors, F Ionian mode, F major scale. This is 2. That's 251. Okay, G minor seventh, C dominant seventh, and then back to F major seventh. But now you can substitute chords for chords. So there's two chords. The exercise I'm doing today is to substitute the 6, the minor 6 in the key of F Ionian mode, to substitute it with another chord. Okay, I'm talking about the 6, the 6, which is a minor chord, minor 7 chord, built on the 6th degree of the F major scale. What is the 6th degree of the major scale? Is what? Play the scale, you're going to see it's D minor 7, right? It's going to be, it's a D minor 7. Now, so you can have a progression where you play 2, 6, 5, 1, or 6, 2, 5, 1. Most of the time you will see 6, 2, 5, 1. In this case you would play 6, D minor 7, and 2, G minor 7, and then 5, six, 2, 5, 1 in the key of F Ionian mode. But now what I want to do, I want to substitute the 6, which is D minor 7th, with another chord, and it's going to be D dominant 7th flat 9. So that means you can substitute a minor chord with a dominant chord. So let's do that. This is a D minor 7th chord. Now I'm going to substitute it. I'm going to play another chord instead of the D minor 7th, and that chord is going to be D dominant 7 flat 9. And then back to 2. substitution that I made from I replaced D minor 7th with D dominant 7th flat 9. Okay, and then back to 2 and C dominant 7, and then I'm going to play C dominant 7 suspended 4, okay. So the main thing of this, thing of this exercise is is the substitution that I made. So when you play, you can think, okay, if I have a 6 minor 7th, I can play, okay, I can substitute it with a dominant chord, and in this case I play 6 dominant 7 flat 9, okay, which is the same root. Okay, it is a direct substitution because I substituted D for D, different type but same root, which is direct substitution. So the other substitution that I'm gonna make is to play, because to replace the third of the F Ionian mode with another chord. What is the third? What is the chord built on the third of the F Ionian mode? Okay, that would be A minor, right? Okay, A minor would be this. Alright? A minor 7. So you can have a progression that is spelled like 2 3 2 5 1 as well. 3 2 5 1. So the substitution I'm going to make with on the third of the chord, which is A minor 7, I'm going to play A dominant 7th instead, okay, which is going to be, alright. So from here, okay, A minor 7, okay, and then I go to 2, okay. No, well, that's not 2. I go to 2 and 5 1. So as you can see, you can substitute minor chord for major chord and minor chords for major chords and major chords for minor chords. Now when you decide what chords you're going to play, now you can try to add some rhythm and then try to improvise. Okay, so we can do something like this. Let's see. All right. So you get the point that I'm trying to make. So my advice to the beginners and to the intermediate students is that try to learn the the chords. Try to make your own chords. Don't depend on the automatic chords played that you can play on the keyboard. If you just practice by playing automatic chords on the keyboard, you will not learn you will not learn chords. You will not be able to make your own chords. So learn how to make chords. Learn how to build chords on the keyboard. Don't depend on the keyboard to play the chords for you. If you do that, then you're going to miss out completely on how to play chords. So well, okay, if you depend solely on your keyboard to play your chords for you, what if you go somewhere and then you all of a sudden your keyboard quits on you, and now there's another keyboard available for you to play, but that keyboard that you're gonna use now, you're not familiar with it. You don't have any chords programmed for you to play. So now you're going to be in a very difficult situation. But when you learn how to play chords, when you know how to build your chords on the keyboard, now you can play on any keyboard that is presented to you in any emergency situation. So that's all I have today. That's all the musical practice workshop has for you today. So in the meantime, have a great day and be safe, okay?